Okay. Can y'all see me now? Hello. I don't know, bruh. I really can't. At this point, I give up on YouTube. This doesn't make any kind of sense. Okay. Y'all can see me though. Hello. Look, I don't know. It's telling me that my stream is bad, and so I was just worried that y'all couldn't see it. But all right, it's always something. But literally, like I did a random live a week ago because I was working through it and I got through everything. But for whatever reason, on the back end, it keeps telling me that my stream is not good. So I'm sorry, sis. I was really ready to go at 5:50 p.m. So yes, I need an assistant, but a bitch needs to make more money too. You know, I'm like working class poor on YouTube land, so we've been I'm too old for this shit. All right, hey guys, hey, let me pour this little drink. Okay, I got the bougie root beer. I really only drink water for the most part and alcohol. So when I do buy soda, I try to keep it, real bougie. Is my voice pitched? Is the sound not good? Oh man, it's always something. It's always fucking something. Let me hear it. No, I think there's a distortion because my stream isn't my. Can y'all see me now? Hello. Oh, bitch, I do sound like the Munchkin. I really can't. At this point, I give up on YouTube. This doesn't make any kind of sense. All right, well, we're just gonna sound like B. Simone for this episode. Y'all always say I sound like the bitch anyway, so there we go. We're just gonna sound like the chipmunks. Whatever the fuck, I don't care. Don't touch nothing because if I touch something, it's gonna be a minute. We deserve a drink. First of all, my allergies are kicking my ass. I had the nerve to walk outside today and forgot it was April. Bitch. So we just gonna laugh. All right, my birthday was last week. Cash at hashtag $ Julesy, or you could do the super chat, throw some coin because that's what keeps this shit going and makes it worthwhile. The hair is KS or hair only. If you want some. My mic is plugged in all the way. But I think it might be the girl, I don't know what the fuck it is. We can't be stressing it at this point because we gotta get it done. And I'm looking down the whole time. I'm looking at the comments. Sorry guys. So we just gonna have to go with the fact that I sound like a chipmunk. Oh, matter of fact, this is not my chipmunk glass. I think I have a chipmunk glass. But it would take me too long to walk to the kitchen and get it. Let me take this weave hair off of here. This is my Charlie Brown glass, but clink, 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 clink. Hey, Sora, it's actually my Delta anniversary today, and I'm getting on a 5 a.m. flight to go hang with my line sisters. So clink, 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 clank. To my voice sound that high pitch is really the microphone. I don't know at this point. I would have to stop and start. Y'all don't want me to do that. So let's just get in, okay, to what we supposed to be talking about. Root beer and Crown Vanilla. I deserve it because it's been between the allergies and then this ish not want to do what I wanted to do. Okay, what's good in the hood? Ooh, we can't do this with one finger. Gotta use 2 hands, bitch. FYI, this is not kid friendly. I curse a lot. Hello. Oh, here's the fun time. Okay, so what I haven't talked about is Jussie Smollett and the whole fallout with this case. All right, I think I kind of did talk about this in the last 2 Pop Snarks, that overall my opinion on this situation is just that I think everyone's lying. Chicago PD are not ones to be trusted. I don't really care to discredit Jussie. I just don't really believe him. The Nigerian niggas, I definitely don't believe. Whatever, bruh. So, at this point, now that his case has been essentially dropped, to come out and make statements about how it's like justice wasn't served or whatever. Basically, like between Rahm Emanuel, the former mayor of Chicago, and the Chicago PD, both when who had a hand in the hiding the videotapes and the evidence around the Laquan McDonald murder, where he was murdered by the police, Rahm Emanuel. You want to talk about a piece of injustice? You worried about Jussie Smollett, but you wasn't worried about how you hid Laquan McDonald's case so you could get reelected. We see you, okay, bro. But they just got so much mouth on something that's like, at this point, it's so inconsequential, right? Like, who's still watching Empire? Nobody, really. And if Jussie thought it was going to be his road to fame, I mean, white people would be scamming all day long. Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are about to get their little Lifetime series. Let Jussie get his Lifetime movie, too, if that's what he's after. I don't have that big of an investment in him. Now, he's been ordered to pay $130,000 to Chicago for the investigative costs. So obviously, there's something in this whole case that's not making sense, because I don't really think he's entirely exonerated in this. But I'm not gonna, like, with all the fact that the entire criminal justice system needs to be dismantled, I'm not going to invest a lot into worrying about, like, Jussie being penalized for, trying to run a scam. Like, girl, ain't got the time for it. But for the Chicago PD to come out and attack Kim Foxx, who is the black attorney general of Chicago, and for, leading into the new Chicago mayor, let's have a conversation about that. So last night, I believe it was last night was Wednesday, but Tuesday night, Chicago elected, is this her first black female? They elected their first black female mayor who's also openly gay, but however, much like Kamala Harris, she is a former federal prosecutor. So low-key, Lori real good buddy with the police. She participated in the carceral system here. So I'm not from Chicago, so I'm not even gonna act like I'm well versed on all of Chicago politics. I be dibbling and dabbling. A bitch reads the New York Times and the Atlantic, and I call myself smart because of that. I don't know, bro, but from people who I trust and whose work I really admire, they live in Chicago. They have all called out the fact that Lori Lightfoot is kind of in the pockets of the police, even though she was on Rahm Emanuel appointed her to a special committee to draft a report on the police system in Chicago, and she, according to the mainstream media, she released a scathing report that called out the mayor's office and called out the PD for their inherent racial bias. But she is also, as a prosecutor, chose not to prosecute police or penalize police for their hands in civilian murders. So there is that. But from what I looked into the election, it didn't really seem like Chicago had much of a good choice between the other black lady. So it ended up being an election between two black women, which is historic in itself. And I think, we're making, slight baby steps, slight progress. But the periwinkle lady was embroiled in that alderman scam. And so, girl, I don't know. I just listened to the second season of Crime Town, a podcast that's on Spotify. And it was about the city of Detroit and the history of corruption there. Bitch. Take the whole system down. It don't need to be around. None of it. Free chat from Google. Well, thank you, Stephanie, for the $1.99. All right. Remember, you can always donate to the super chat or Cash App $Julesy, or just buy some hair for me, girl. We about to shut this shit down. I'm not doing this again. I'm not getting into the weed business for real. Okay, let's delete this. Lori, goodbye, sis. Oh, no. We want to delete this one. Okay, moving right along. Who are we going to talk about next on this Grand Pop Snark here? Oh, R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle. First of all, this shit made me want to log off the internet. Girl, I have... my drag and drop game is not fastidious. Why is my laptop acting stupid? It don't want me to add the picture. Stop it. Okay, so this is so weird. Mercury is no longer in retrograde, so I have no idea what's going on. Oh, I meant to clip that. This is taking too long. Okay. Lowest of keys. I need my, I usually use a mouse with my computer. Because this trackpad on the updated Macs, I'm not a fan of at all. Right. I have carpet in this room, and I never want to put the drink down on carpet. Bitch! It keeps, like... Okay, y'all know who Nipsey Hussle is. Y'all done seen this man's face all up and down the timeline for the past week. The picture that I have, it will not allow me to drop. Anywho, it was really sad considering how private Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London are. And that they just did that GQ interview, which I feel like a lot of people watch because they are so private. And to me, I'm not from LA. So they were an interesting couple, just in like personality and dynamic. Because, well, they both are pretty LA people, but like, he little hood. And she's like, she Nunu from ATL, right? She Nunu, that's how we know her. It's sad that considering how private that they are, that the first time we get to see their son together was because she was posting a picture on Instagram, you know, in memory and memoriam of her husband, boyfriend. He was at least her partner, and they were very much so in love. And so it's just extremely unfortunate that that's kind of our, like, preview into their relationship is because of something so tragic. Also, I'm just keeping 100. I was never a Nipsey Hussle fan prior to this. I did not listen to any of his music. He's not someone who I made an effort to be familiar with. I knew who he was and I had heard of him, but he wasn't in my, like, it wasn't my vibe. So it has been amazing to see so many people speak to how great of a person he was, really speak to the greatness of his legacy, but it's also kind of bittersweet because I'm of the opinion that you should always give a person their flowers when they can still smell them. And a lot of the ways that we are celebrating him now are allowing his legacy to be profitable, and that's great for the family, but like, you gotta think about how hard this person had to obviously work while they were living, and I don't know that they ever get a sense that they were this appreciated. Like, I'm like, I ain't never heard you play a Nipsey Hussle song. I'm not trying to shade people or shame them, because by all means, like, you know, celebrate the man's legacy. He was obviously a very pivotal person in the Los Angeles area, and it was crazy because his space that he opened, Vector 90, and I was just in LA last weekend, and I went to an event at Vector 90. I didn't realize that was Crenshaw. It was about 9-10 p.m. when I went, and we got shuttled there and shuttled back, so I didn't really see what the neighborhood was, but I didn't realize that was his space. And so it is just very it's a whole lot of heartbreak for a whole lot of people, and it's been a rough week. Is the sound off? Girl, you late. Don't be asking about how my voice sound. When you late, you got to scroll back into the comments and realize we just having issues. Oh, okay. Okay, so speaking of the whole Dr. CB thing, I would just like y'all to use a little bit of your common sense, bruh. Now I understand black folks have every right to question the medical system, to question the systems that surround us at large. So I be trying my best not to call y'all niggas dumb. I really be trying my best. But the whole idea that, first of all, Dr. CB died at 80-something years old, and he was not broke nor poor. Like, if we couldn't believe in conspiracy theories, do we not believe that the government killed Rosa Parks because she died poor? Did the government not kill Zora Neale Hurston because she died poor? Bruh. It's just kind of like he was able to profit off of wealthy celebrities. Like, he had a whole court case in the 1980s about him practicing medicine illegally, and you could pull up the court documents. Like, I think the case was dismissed, or he essentially won the case because he was able to show that he never claimed to be practicing medicine. Okay, you don't gotta eat broccoli if you don't want to. I drink only alkaline water. Maybe I too have been influenced by Dr. CB. I'm not knocking anyone for following him, for believing in what he teaches, for thinking that he's great, for wanting to share his legacy. But I think the idea that somehow Nipsey Hussle was murdered because of him producing a Dr. CB documentary really does a disservice to Nipsey Hussle's legacy, to his family. And I think people tend to fall onto the comfort of conspiracy theories because it allows them to not have to have the conflicting and difficult conversations about what actually happened. In that this is a textbook case of toxic masculinity, that this is an issue of not to shame Nipsey for having a gang affiliation, but this is a sense of the violence that does exist in our community, that does come from a gang culture. And that's not all to say that someone deserved to die, but the perpetrator, the man who shot him, Eric Holder, that was all the things coming from that person, of like jealousy, of just like it's I get it. I get people wanting to like reason this death away, because for all intents and purposes, Nipsey Hussle should still be here. Like, of all people, there is no reason for him to be dead. There is no reason for him to die the death that he did die. And it's wild because a lot of us have seen the security cameras and we're seeing how much he's loved, and such a brutal, heartless murder. Just, it literally doesn't make sense. So I get people wanting to like align it with something else and like make it have a reason when really it's just, it's not that. But, bruh, it's just crazy. And so, for everyone saying that, like, okay, look, the government does kill people. Like, no one's saying that you're stupid or you're silly or it's not accurate, because why would the government ever kill someone? We know that the government goes after people. We know that the government went after the Black Panther Party, that they were able to dismantle the Black Panther Party from within and essentially murder off some of the leaders. Like, we know that for a fact. We know that Malcolm X was killed by the Nation of Islam. It's wild, though, because y'all still celebrate Louis Farrakhan. But go ahead, go off, bro. Okay. But what I'm saying is, it's not to say that the government doesn't have a hand in offing certain people, but why would the government off Nipsey Hussle, of all folk? Over a Honduran immigrant who died in Honduras? Who moved his business to Honduras? What? Huh? Like, okay. I don't, it's just like when you like break down linearly like how his argument goes, it breaks apart real fast. But you know, if that's how you want to, that's how you want to. If we want to say, someone saying they don't want to conflate mental illness with the perpetrator was mentally ill. I think there is actually a difficult conversation that does not do itself a service to be had over text or on Twitter or on social media, but about that, like, we need a lot more nuance when it comes to talk to mental health, and that saying someone is mentally ill doesn't then escape us of talking about the violence that they perpetuated. No, mentally ill people are not all necessarily violent, but this person's reliance on violence because his ego was bruised, I don't know if I'm fitting to forgive it simply because he has some mental issues. I think it's a culture of violence that does exist in America in general, and that it does need to be, like, we have to find a way to discuss it and attack it. But you know. All right, let's see if I can get my other images in. Okay. So I went to the NAACP Image Awards this weekend. I just put up a Get Ready With Me today talking about my experience because people were a lot of y'all watch my IG stories. My IG stories peaked this weekend. And so folks saw that I was a little upset and bothered after my interaction with one Michael B. Jordan. And so I discussed that in the Get Ready With Me. But I do actually, let me see if it'll let me drag and drop the video now. Did I download the video? Oh, here we go. I did. Okay. Girl, I look like a stuffed sausage. I look like a Pillsbury Doughboy. Dough girl. It's really not letting me drag and drop stuff. That's not what I want to do. I want to drop this video in here, and it's legit just opening it every time, like something is on my, like, I don't know. Maybe it's these hairs on my thing messing me up. But why won't it let me? Oh, you know what? Let me quit this application because I'm trying to play part of the video from when I met Michael B. Jordan. Here we go. Okay, there. I'm gonna let y'all play. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. We're gonna stop it. Here we go.
Well, congratulations on Black Panther winning. How are you feeling today?
Feeling great, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? NAACP Image Awards for me since I was like on my children days when I was 15 years old. So to kind of come back here full circle with these group of people with this incredible cast is pretty special.
And congratulations on your win earlier. We were waiting for you. I was like, "Where's Letitia? We gotta come talk to her."
No, that was pretty. I didn't prepare for that, but it's an honor to be here with my cast, my crew. I think this is the first time where pretty much all of us are here. We're missing a few people, but it's been brilliant to like be with them. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
For you, Michael, your character on Black Panther, Killmonger, I think a lot of the conversation that came out of Black Panther was centered on Killmonger, and particularly with this like next election cycle coming up, I think there's a lot of references being made again to the Killmonger character and the ideas that the African American community as a whole are springing forth. Do you have any thoughts, anything to bring forth with that?
Thoughts on? I'm not sure exactly.
That wasn't really a question, it was a statement.
My thoughts in general, I'm just glad that a character like Killmonger is being represented. Eric Stevens, and he's representing a certain perspective, a certain point of view of oppressed people. So to be able to have that on the screen, that people are able to kind of connect with and feel with and vibe with, for me is pretty speechless. Yeah.
And how are you feeling about your character, Shuri, all the young girls out here,
Okay, that's enough of that. I look very fat, bitch. I'm surprised my mama seen that, and I'm surprised she ain't hit me up. Because she always telling me, how you so fat and you ain't had no kids yet? Bitch, you right. It's okay. I be going to yoga. I might go to yoga after this. We'll see what happens. Girl, let me delete this Instagram post. So, go watch it, Get Ready With Me. I basically explain it. It is what it is. I also got to meet, oh man, while I was doing that, I should have clipped this piece of Tracy Ellis Ross, because I got to meet Tracy Ellis Ross and the cast of Blackish, and I made a comment about the one guy's pants looking like Janelle Monáe, and Tracy just thought that shit was so hilarious. And I was like, sis, is it really that funny? Is it really that funny for you? But she was like, no, it really is. It really is that funny. And they laughed, so I guess it was a good laugh, and I guess that is what it is. But I did not enjoy encountering Tyreek. I'm about to call him Tyreek Nasheed, bitch. I did not enjoy encountering Michael B. Jordan at all. Let me see if I get to this clip of where I said his pants look very Janelle Monáe. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Trim. Save. Ooh. Alright. Well, I'm doing this right while we do it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna drop the video in now. Hopefully this doesn't give me a hard time. I don't know what I'm doing. Everything is just working against me. me. It's kind of wild. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, the outfit is giving me Janelle Monáe vibes, really. Like, we're really into something here. I love, y'all, representation. It's a theme. You are doing it. Did I hit a button?
No, it's just.
All right. I love it. All right.
You will never live.
Did I just do something?
Janelle from now on.
All right.
Monáe. Okay, Monáe.
All right, well, we want to congratulate you guys on behalf of YouTube and NAACP, the 50th Anniversary Award Show. Congratulate you guys on your win and what you guys are really doing for so many people who tune into your show every week. We're so proud. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Okay, so that was my time with the Blackish cast. I mean, somebody had asked me if because one of the Curtis Tracy is not nice, but everyone that I know that's ever interacted with her, that she's been very supportive of other black women. Everyone that came back was kind of a little like, what is this? What are we doing right now? But I don't know. I had a good time with the Blackish cast. I did not see Marseille because she was still on stage giving away an award. But other than that, I don't really care to meet celebrities again because that shit don't pay no bills. You hire me for something, please pay me. That's what I'm going to say about the Image Awards. But Beyonce was there. Did y'all watch it? So this is what I do want to say about the Image Awards. So the way the awards are given, apparently, is based on the public voting. I did not legit know that. And so as much as we want to see people support black awards more, we also have to be the ones that support black award shows more. If you got TV One, I hope you watched it. I hope you tweeted about it. I hope you supported it. Because then white publicists were so disrespectful in the background. But a lot of big celebrities did come out this year, so apparently it was a really, really good show. I was backstage the whole time. All right, moving on. Now, I feel slightly judgmental here because I was quite the loquacious child. I started talking at like 18 months. And even with my nephew, when he was like 3, I was like, nigga, why aren't you talking in full sentences? Use your words. That's why he don't like me. Because I just expect children to be like coherent by like 4 or 5. So watching Northwest with JoJo Siwa, who is 5'10", she is an inch shorter than Megan Thee Stallion. There ain't no way this is really JoJo Siwa's house. But did y'all watch basically the video of North saying yes to JoJo Siwa for 7 minutes straight? And did you feel any type way about it? Sorry. I have like a... I'm not trying to get whatchamacallit with this though. The bad part is the last pop snark I edited because there was a copyright claim on it, and then because of that you can't see the live chat at the same time you watch it, which is like half the fun. I'm sorry, y'all gonna keep getting that sound until I can drop this video in, but it's not very fucking thing. Hold on, let me do this. You know what? Maybe I can just do it this way. Oh. Okay, I think I found a better way to do it. Here we go.
And
Okay, there we go. Yes. JoJo, Siwa, and Northwest saying yes the whole time.
What?
I don't know. Did anyone watch the video? I just thought it was funny, and I don't know why I was watching a child's video. Oh, there's lots of static now. Yeah, I think part of it also, like, JoJo Siwa sounds like a grown woman. She's 15 at this point. It'll be interesting to see how she transitions into adulthood, because she's clearly, like, on the verge of being a very mature, at least young adult. But she's making a lot of money with her very young, 3 to 7-year-old audience. So she's kind of like caught in the crosshairs with that whole rainbow out house. I think she makes enough money for that house to be like a prop house, and for her family to live in a completely different, like, even bigger house. Because the house also felt a little small, considering, like, the house that James Charles lives in. Clearly, I watch way too much YouTube. It just is what it is. But there might have been static on the video. But I do think she was, that North herself was just a little shy and overwhelmed that someone, but I don't know. Is it wrong for me to assume that she should be so used to meeting other celebrities? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not giving the child enough credit. But it's the little bit that I do, like, watch of the Kardashian family, Saint seems to be very articulate, and North is just a little, she did baby talks, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm doing too much. We're not hating on the child. We just got questions. We are allowed to, have some thoughts sometimes. That is it. All right. So let's talk about this Cardi B situation that everyone wants to discuss, because it is something to discuss.
I paid over $50,000 in studio time, because you gotta pay good engineers, you gotta go to a good studio, and you gotta put in that bread. I did it with my money. So for a bitch to say that I don't motherfucking deserve it because I don't put in no fucking work, now that's when I feel like niggas is bugging. Cause I did it myself. Niggas must have forgot, my nigga, the shit that I did to motherfucking survive. Like, I had to go straight. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug niggas up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do. Nothing was motherfucking handed to me, my nigga. Nothing. So for a bitch to motherfucking say that I don't deserve shit, that's when I know that they fucking bugging. Cause they do not fucking know the shit that I had to do so niggas could take me out. Cause nobody wanted to help me. Nobody wanted to fucking help me, my nigga. Nobody.
Coming here asking stupid questions. Okay. So the whole issue with Cardi, so Cardi essentially videos have resurfaced of her talking about basically how she scammed men. But she was scamming men in a way that essentially amounts to, like, assault, sexual assault, like drugging a man and taking all his money. And if the conversation happens that if we are going to condone such behavior, condemn. If we are going to condemn such behavior from men, and how they treat women, then why wouldn't we condemn that same behavior from a woman in her interaction with men? Now, I think this conversation is a little bit complicated, but I think it's fair enough to say that rape nor sexual assault is ever acceptable or funny. And so I don't think it is wrong for people to take issue with Cardi, with that statement that Cardi made, and then her in 2019 doubling down and just saying, I did what I had to do. But I think Cardi gets away with a lot of bullshit because of privilege, so there is that. But I also don't think it's wrong for people to have a little bit more, want to have more conversation about it. What I've seen floating around is, well, when we talk about assault and the woman perpetuating the assault, do we always want to frame it as the antithesis towards feminine? From antithesis towards feminism, right? Why are people always trying to use the violence perpetuated by women as some way to say that feminism and the feminist theories are no longer substantiated? No, that's like, patriarchy has no gender, right? When we deal and we participate in toxic or oppressive behaviors, that doesn't mean that the theory that is telling you that you need to always do better, that you need to always renegotiate how you are treating people, and always be conscious of your ability to oppress other people, particularly when it comes to black feminist theory. That doesn't all of a sudden dismantle that entire theory when someone entirely goes against it. Right? This idea that you are willing to do whatever it takes and harm physically another person, essentially for private wealth, is a function of capitalism. If you really want to go there, and it's wrong. Cardi wrong. But then if we're gonna discuss, then we have to discuss the entire system of it, right? We also have to discuss how much if you can acknowledge that what Cardi did and drugging men for their money is wrong, you should also be able to acknowledge that rappers talking about sticking a molly up her ass or using drugs to get a woman in to get her more sexual, that is also wrong too. That we have to, if we're going to cancel it, we got to cancel all of it. If the resolution is to cancel all of it, then you got to cancel all of it. If the resolution that is to be discussed needs to be corrected, then that's the discussion we need to have. And so I just don't care for how much when we see bad behavior from any end of the spectrum that people try to use it to justify other bad behavior or to dismantle someone else who is telling you that this behavior is wrong. I don't know if I'm making sense here or not, but I don't think if a woman gets away with it that it makes it. Are you saying male rappers, Nick E. Nicole, or are you trying to say male rapers? When it comes to rappers been getting away with this type of stuff. Like it's already easy for them because of privilege. No, I don't necessarily think that the way. I think there's a discussion to be had, and I feel like Cardi's wrong. That's really what I come down to. I think it's wrong. And I think we need to be, rather than try to point the fingers at each other and stand in a circle jerk and shoot each other up, be able to say, we are going to say all sexual assault and rape is not okay. We are never going to be accepting of this behavior. And we are going to do the difficult task of finding ways to process restitution and to correct the behavior versus simply canceling everyone. Now, certain people do need to get knocked down and knocked out, as in R. Kelly, and they need to be penalized for their behavior. But there are ways there is a when we talk about sex, I think we don't have great language when it comes to sex in general. But there are ways in which we can deal with the bandwidth differently than just say everyone needs to be canceled. But I'm trying to walk away from cancel culture anyway. So. Okay. Okay, so someone's saying it's not rape, it's called rolling a john, drugging a man who solicited a prostitute. And I guess that's kind of where the caveat comes, because essentially it's a whole power dynamic. Someone is supposedly paying a woman for her body. These women deal with a high level of assault and danger anyway, and their bodies being attacked in ways that, most of us don't deal with. But the two wrongs make it right? Maybe, no, I think it just makes everybody wrong. Everybody wrong. But I don't necessarily disagree with a person being able to solicit and pay for sex. I would like to be paid for having sex with niggas that are not worth my time. So, I ain't drugging no nigga for his money, bro. I ain't gotta do all that. I think my point goes back to Cardi gets away with a lot of bad behavior. I still take issue with her whole being able to so blatantly claim the blood gang and not face any retribution for that. But so let's talk about this image that has leaked of Beyonce's 3 beautiful black ass children. Look at these kids. Who was in the Carter Knowles household and snapped this shot? Who finna get their life taken away from them? Who finna get got? These, first of all, I know this is their privacy or whatever, but I would like to take a moment. Let's zoom in here a little bit and analyze this photo of Blue, Sir, and Rumi. Because, you know, like black folks, when a baby born, we like to check the ear to see how black the baby gonna be. We like to look at a baby features. Because, you know, white babies technically all look alike. But brown people, even Indian folks, their babies be having some strong ass features, bruh. But black folks too, we be having like strong ass features. Everybody else develops when they like 13. We come out the womb looking like we've been here before. So, alright, so we've seen Blue enough. I think there's always this conversation that Blue looks exactly like Jay-Z, but I actually think that Blue Ivy is a good mix of both of her parents. I think Sir is looking exactly like Jay-Z, like forehead, scratch face, why is you in my face, why you bothering me face. He looks just like his daddy. Woo! And I actually think that Rumi looks a tinge more like Beyonce. Okay, maybe Blue Ivy looks a lot more like Tina Knowles, and Rumi looks a tinge more like Beyonce, but still got her. I'm tripping over my words. Do they all have Jay-Z's nose? Is that what it is? It looks like they all have his mouth. Them full, hey, welcome to the Big Lip Club. You'll learn to love him as an adult. Middle school, maybe not so much, but you know, as an adult, well, maybe now, because all the Botox, all the lip fillers. Look at the Zolciak Berman family. Kim Zolciak from Real Housewives, girl. Woo! White women out here looking like whole ducks. But maybe you, I don't know, girl. But yes, welcome to the Black Big Lip Club. We out here. We winning. What are your thoughts? The picture was definitely. I don't think Beyonce needs to drop pictures of her children to drum up press for her, like her upcoming deal with Adidas or Netflix. Like she's such a private person that anytime she comes out with anything, it's like let me go check. People are so invested in eating up what she gives us, even though she very like as far as like personal information, she gives us so little. And to be honest, if she was going to drop a picture of her kids, she would just drop a picture of her kids. It wouldn't be an iPhone picture of the children. But them babies is cute though. I love it. They a black ass family together. I is here for it. No. Okay, that's enough of that. Y'all be having conspiracy theories for everything. All right, Wendy Williams and her. Do I have an image or do I have a video? I think I have an image. Wendy Williams and her foul ass husband. Now, what I don't understand is you really struggling over all this forehead. Like, you really, like, bruh, that's really, marriage don't benefit black women. I'm trying to tell y'all. I wish I would let an ugly nigga like this ruin my life. The disrespect of it all is just wild to me. You know, like, what is happening here? But that's what people, So apparently him and all his forehead, which you cannot miss from a mile away, here he go with his mistress, who apparently, wrong image, who apparently, okay sis, wow. Him and his mistress apparently, let me move this away from him so you can see my beautiful face. Apparently, she looking like this my forehead now. He paying all my bills with your bank account. I guess sis, if that's what you want to go for, to me, y'all both losing. Everybody in this scenario losing because my homegirl worked for Wendy when she was still kicking it with Charlemagne, and it's everyone that's worked for Wendy know Kevin is abusive. Oh boy is abusive towards her, and at this point, Wendy is strong enough in her career that she could do the show without him. However, I do think it's great for her to go, acknowledge she's going to a sober house, that she's been dealing with addiction. Is it fair for us to speculate that the addiction was brought on by her husband's flagrant adultery? Like, is that fair? Are we wrong for, like, I don't know, she beat everybody out. Like, can I pull out a chart and be like, sis, so step 1... Is the voice killing y'all? I don't know, man. I don't know. Are we allowed to point our fingers and do the chart? Okay, right here we have Wendy Williams with her big ass headed husband Kevin. They've been together for 20 something years. Down 2 is the messy ass mistress posted up on some cheap ass vacation in the Virgin Islands. Bitch didn't even a passport for that. Who just had a baby. She not even that cute too. Did the baby have a big head? Can we see behind the ears? What's poppin'? What's good? What's hood? That's the hot topics. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we do this? It's just, it's like, look, if you want to live in a glass house, please make sure you have a weekly lady coming in to clean your shit up. For him to be like, him to be this flagrant, considering that his wife is the queen of gossip and the queen of being in everybody else's business, it's just disrespectful. And she's the breadwinner. Okay, Wendy, we've gone enough over dude's head. Let's nope. Let's remove these. Okay. We're getting down to it's 7 o'clock. We have to go. All right, 2 more topics to go. Are you enjoying this? Did you donate to the super chat? Cash Abajo, shot carrots, hair only. I've been thinking about doing a Pop Snark live, like in Charlotte. Somebody suggested that to me yesterday, and I was thinking maybe I'll do one in like June, but it would be a ticketed event. And I don't know if folks would be down for that. Let me know. All right, Diana Ross. I'm just saying, all I want is to be, I want her birthday the day after mine. I would like to be this wealthy that my daughter, who's also wealthy and lives in her own right, can call out and be like, Beyonce, are you still in the room? Come to the studio, we're not paying you for it. Come to me, my mama, happy birthday. Okay, that's what I want.
I'll take Beyonce over me.
I think
I'll give you no, please. Happy to celebrate.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Ross. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, y'all couldn't hear me in the background, so I'll repeat everything I had to say. I was just saying, the whole point of me even inserting that little video was I hope to be successful enough that my daughter at my birthday party, because me and Diana Ross are a day apart, Aries season out here clutch, that my daughter, who is also wealthy and successful in her own right, can call out in the room and be like, it's Beyonce still in the room. Come on, come sing this song that we not paying you for. I would just, if I'm participating in capitalism, let it be like that, sis. It's great. It's okay. So the only last thing that I want to close out with, because I don't, unless there's something else you guys want me to talk about, is so XL every year does a freshman 10 cover, and this year there are a lot of women in the mix. And so I don't think I can play this whole video because it will get a copyright claim on it. But the girl Saweetie, Sweet Tea, the Blasian girl from Oakland, California, that's dating Quavo, that nigga from the Migos. She is very pretty. She is a gorgeous girl.
In New York, getting M's like I'm betting for the Nets. Icy on deck. What the fuck did you expect, bitch? Talk a lot of shit these bitches can get with. I talk a lot of shit like I got a big dick. I pull up in the skirt, hit you with the stick shift. Talk a lot of shit, talk it, and that's why, bitch.
That was not it. That was not popping. That was not hot. And it also was not a freestyle. It's actually a verse from one of her upcoming songs. It's like, ooh, girl, just stick to being pretty. You could be a Fashion Nova model on Instagram. You can get them coins with all them followers. Just date you that wealthy man. Let him give you generational wealth in the lake house. You ain't got to do nothing else. What's the other song? Icy? Is that her song? Icy? Because Cash Doll has Ice Me Out. I think Sweetie is icy, but she raps like she's bored. She makes me feel like I could be a rapper. Like, I over enunciate, but I feel like I can. I feel like we is this close in how we rap that if I just find my waistline and get me skinny again, I too can be a rapper in my Fashion Nova fit. All right, but what's great is one of my favorite up and coming artists right now is Tierra Whack. Literally, her last name is Wag, and this is what the good sis did for her entire. Tierra Whack.
All done.
I did it again. I deleted myself. Hold on, I'm still here. I did it again. My bad. I keep deleting. Will we ever get to a pop star? Well, I mean, at least this pop star looked prettier. The sound is still not together, but the video is pretty. I just sound like a chipmunk, but it's okay. Y'all low-key think I got a funny voice in real life anyway. All right, I love Tierra Whack. She can literally rap. That's the funny thing. Like, she's Grammy nominated. She dropped the EP. Like, her EP was all songs that were a minute long. They all have a music video to them on YouTube. She's from Philly. She's dope. I love her. And she got up there and ate some chips like Jay Versace, and was like, F yo XXL contest for the 10th person on this cover. I ain't with the shits. All right. Yeah, we talked about Meg Thee Stallion, the last pop star. We also talked about her in my video I did about Yes Jules because I'm a hottie stan. I am here for Meg Thee Stallion. Big old freak. I don't know none of the lyrics, but I fucks with it. All right. Thank you for joining in. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Woo-hoo! Pop Snark. Thank you for sticking around during my technical difficulties. Thank you for the chipmunk flex. Thank you. I'm sorry. You know, we still trying to get your last donations in, all right? But I'm about to log off this. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope it was worth your while. Let me ask you before I log off. Oh, it's actually saying my stream is okay. Okay. I think we did something. Y'all were awesome. So thank you to everyone who donated. Fifi, I'm gonna call it all y'all out. Fifi Art, Cool Queen 16, Shalise Pereira, Always John, Kanisha Williams. Thank you, Mo Savings, Carjine 13, Stephanie Taylor. Thank you, Sophia, Sabia. I see y'all. I love y'all. Y'all the shit. All right, we good. We out.